Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I am missing my microphone, so I hope the sound is okay. I have to buy another one because it got lost in the move. Anyway, it's my first day recording in the new house. This is crazy, and I am stuffed in this little corner until the barn is done. So I literally have the bare minimum right now, as you can see. But this is the new Let's Resin workstation. We put it together. I'm going to demo it today. I will be using this basically every day for quite a while, for the foreseeable future anyway. So Don and I put this together yesterday, and the more I put it together, I was like, this is cool, this is cool. All these little bits that I didn't know were in here until I opened it. So this structure, basically right here, up on top, it has clips. Excuse my hands, I have not done my nails in a couple weeks. And when you're done and you want to keep the fumes out, you can zip that down, yet still see through it. So they have the plastic on there. The fan is obviously right there in the back. And those cords, let me put this back up and roll it back up. Let's go through a few features of this thing. So this piece is the enclosure, which is permanently attached to the actual desk. This is the desk. This is what it looks like. You have a drawer, which is nice, which I forgot about until just now. So I am definitely going to be filling that one up. It's on a metal stand. As you can see, there are braces there. And right here, behind here, which is built right into it, it cannot fall out, is the fan. Now, this fan does not do VOCs. I just want to be transparent. I made sure I asked them if I was correct. This fan is designed to go out a window, which is, excuse the mess, right here. That's going to go out the window when I start doing resin, and it's got that like accordion thing that you use for dryers, a little vent, and then you just pop it out the window. So it also, which is pretty super cool, has a plug, several plugs, 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs, and it also has USB connections there as well, so you could plug everything in. Now the lights, you have 2 sets of lights that go on the top, LED lights, and you turn them on and off with a switch here. And then there is also a switch over here somewhere, this one, that turns the fan on, which is very quiet. I don't know if you can hear it, but that is really, really quiet. So that is gonna pump out what they say, all the fumes, and if your resin has a smell to it, it's gonna pump it right outside. So if you're working in a small space like I am, and your family's gonna be around you like they are, I'm gonna wanna turn this on to get the fumes out of the house as soon as possible, especially, you know, while it's curing, while it's mixing, things like that. So there are a few pockets here on the side, so you can put some things in there, which I just now remembered. And there are some pockets here on this side as well, which I just blocked. I'm trying to get only the most important things out for right now, because then I have to move it all over to the barn in a little while. So I am so excited to be back with you guys. I have Into Resin to open up. I also have some Happy Mail to open up. So let's get started with that. Let's start with the last box that I received at the old house, and this is from Dawn. Dawn has been a huge supporter of my channel probably since the very beginning. She's a huge supporter of my eBay store. If you guys are buying demos, you're up against Dawn, because Dawn beats a lot of people to the demos. So she just sent me a package, and it was literally the last box. As I was leaving the driveway, the mail lady's like, I wasn't gonna forward this if you were still here. I'm like, I'll take it. So this is from her. So thank you, Dawn, so much. Let's see what she sent. Oh, look at those cute little buckets and little tiny lids. I hope you guys are gonna have a decent view in this, because I'm working where I'm not used to working. So be patient with me. We've got some orange glitter. Orange is her favorite color. I do know that. So I'm guessing I need to make something, because I know she's gonna love it in these colors. So orange glitter. What do we got in here? Look at all these containers. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to organize the barn, let me tell you. I'm so excited. What is this? Oh my goodness. You don't need to send these to me. They just end up in the recycling. I send these in every package. So she's been saving them. All my thank you notes in all the packages she's bought from me. So there are tons and tons of them. So I'm going to go ahead and recycle these, Dawn, and give them to the next person who purchases. Because I always like to say thank you in my packages. We've got some UV DTF stickers, I think. Yeah, it looks like UV DTF stickers. Some birds. How do I open these? The plastic gets me every time. So let's see. I hope I'm under the camera. Peacocks and other birds. Pretty. Oh, I like those. Love those. We've got gnomes. Let me just open them over here and I will show you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this box because it's pretty full and I want you to be able to see everything clearly. That's better. Much better. Okay. We've got Christmas gnomes. Oh, okay. Christmas stuff. Oh, St. Patrick's Day. I see Easter. Graduation, 4th of July. Looks like spring and fall. Those. And let's see, we have some pretty ladies. Let's pull those out. Sorry, I'm bumping into my new phone stand. Oh, these are pretty. I love the purple. All you purple lovers are going to like these. Those are gorgeous. So there's one. How did I do this? There we go. Let's get the next. There's a lot in here, so I hope you're patient. I hope you guys like mail. Otherwise, you're just going to have to fast forward because I definitely want to see. I've been waiting for a couple weeks to look in here. Necklaces for your animal characters. Oh, really? They have baby necklaces? I did not know. Let's see one. Oh my gosh, is that cute? So cute. Little necklaces. And butterflies. Oh my gosh, those necklaces are adorable. We've got metal butterflies. Those are going to be pretty. Those are open butterflies. Let's put that in there. I really need to get... You're supposed to be sitting down at this station, and I'm standing up, so it's a little hard for me. What are these? Glitter globes. Interesting. They must be self-adhesive embellishments. Those are cute. Opals, it says. Halos. Those are cute. Lollies. Yellow. I know these are her favorite colors. I know it. Ooh, those are cute. All of them are self-adhesive. Some of those. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to put things away, but it's going to be a little while, unfortunately. That is so cute. I've never seen those before. Well, it says new, so maybe it's new. Excuse, I'm not doing my nails yet, guys, so I have not done them with all the stuff we're doing in here, but I will get back to the nails. All right, we have beautiful bright bouquet. Flowers. These are fabric. These are cute. Bunch of fabric flowers. And let's see. Let me get this one. Oh, this one's an empty case. This might have been in there, but it didn't fit. So these are, must be self-adhesive too. Maybe not. We can always... Oh yeah, it says rose sticker. Oh, those are cute. Look at those little tiny compartments. Lots of compartment trays. Here's another compartment tray. What does this say? This mold will make every size cabochon needed for all the pendant trays in the buckets. Okay. Here's the closed back bezels. A little plastic tray. And then here is a mold for the cabochon. Nice and clean. All my molds need to be cleaned so bad from all the dust that's getting in there. Let me keep that with that. Another empty case. Here are some embellishments. Oh, I have some of those already, and some of those are cute. I use them as little necklaces. So we have all kinds of different little inclusions and things for our little friends. Oh my gosh, there's so much in this box, Dawn. Look at that cute bucket. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Can I get this open? Let me see if I can get it open. Yep. We've got pearls and flowers. And I don't want to pull them all out because then I have to put them back in. A whole bunch of little flowers and pearls. What a care package. Wow. This is amazing. A whole bunch of those. This one's heavy. What is in here? Oh, look how cute that is. These are little coffee and tea cups with some coffee inside. Little bitty hats, little pilgrim hats. Oh, look at all these. Charms, and more charms. Like so many charms. Look at all these charms, you guys. I gotta find my charm stuff. I will not probably be using most of this stuff until I get everything put away and organized. Use this glass to touch which size cabochon to pour. Use the glass. Oh, the glass. Okay. There's glass pieces in there. I see. Oh, these are pretty. Are they separate? Because we could still use that. We could still put something behind the glass. Even though we pour resin, you can still use these glass pieces. Yeah. You can put something behind there and then use the pieces. So an entire cute little container full of those. Let's see what else we have. Another cute container. More little accessories for my little animals. All kinds of little pieces. Tons and tons and tons of little pieces. Oh, this is going to be fun to organize. It's going to take me hours to get everything organized, you guys. Anybody want to come help me? I'm sure you will. I'm sure everybody would, but who knows when that's going to be. We've got a few more organizers and a few more organizers. Here's one filled with pearls. We have red and blue glitter. Ooh, that's pretty. Polyester glitter. SOG. I don't know who that is, but look at those colors. Right up Don's alley, right? I've got small level. What is this? Can't tell. Oh, it's a cute little level. Oh, that is so perfect. Actually, I need it today. Here's a little level. I'm gonna level my table because now that I see that level, I did not level my table when I put it in here. I just threw it in there. Look at these stickers of cats. Sorry I couldn't find a real envelope. My craft room is a disaster. I know the feeling, Dawn. Here's some stickers of flowers. Let's see what the card says. It looks like a real envelope to me, but I think she made it from paper, but that's very creative. Very creative. Aww. I'm sure she made that. I know she does lots and lots of different crafts. Says thinking of you. So pretty. Thank you so much, Dawn. You are amazing to us. So amazing to us. What do we have in here? She obviously knows I'm getting ready to organize. We got lots of organizers and more embellishments. Ooh, those are pretty. Those are sticky ones, sticky ones. What's this? Oh, little like, are those for shakers? Yeah, these are going to be for shakers. They're not flat backs. They're little diamonds in all different colors. Here's some sprinkles. So pretty. Oh, little cross beads. Nice. And that looks like some, I don't know, is that tape? Oh, that's like mirror pieces that's going to be sticky on that side. Wow, that's awesome. We're getting to the end, guys. So you can measure size of rhinestones, jump rings, etc. to tell people what size you're using. That is a good idea because I do not have any clue what size my stuff is. So this is one of those measuring things. So that is awesome. Yeah, I'm usually like, well, I just buy them in bulk and I don't have a clue what size they are. A digital timer. We use these every day in the silicone room. We've got a flower mold. That's cute. And another mold of, what is this? Pizza slices. Look at how cute that is. Little pizza slices. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Ah, I'm gonna have to, one more thing. What is it? What is it? Get that in there. Open bezels that we can make. A whole bunch of open bezels. And some flower open bezels. Dawn, how do I thank you enough? You have been so amazing to us. So I will get to this. I'm gonna have fun organizing it. So thank you so much. This next box I got is the very first Happy Mail I received at the new address, and this is from Cami. And Cami says they got a 3D printer and they make things and they randomly give them away as acts of kindness. And she says she's never been on YouTube much, but when I found your channel, it inspired me. She's been using resin for about 10 years. She started as a beader and decided to make resin jewelry, but since moving, I know the feeling, and trying to sell the jewelry, have decided to go another direction. So I'm not going to read the whole note, but she has made us some 3D printed pieces. Or it sounds like her husband took over the machine. Which is what Dawn did when we had ours. We are going to be buying one very soon now that we're in the house. So here is the little Highland cows. They made a keychain out of the one. Look at how cute those are. Oh my gosh, so cute, Cami. And then these, she says, I can give away if I want to. Random acts of 3D printing kindness. No worries, I'm not lost. I've been waiting for you to find me. So if meeting me has made you smile, please take me home to stay a while. It would be swell if you don't mind to post on our group to share your find. Scan the QR code or search for random acts of 3D printing kindness. So there is a little code there. And they sent me a whole bunch of these that I can just either give away or hide. So maybe I will hide them around the new town that we're in. Here's a little duck. Oh, this one's adorable. A little donut. That one's so cute. I am going to be hitting my camera a lot, guys, so I'm going to apologize now because it is not in the place that I want it on this table. Set your course. That is awesome. Oh, look at the cupcake. Red, white, and blue. And a hot dog. Look at that. That is so cute. Cami, thank you so much for thinking of us. You are our official first Happy Mail in the new house. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much for thinking of us. Now, we did get a couple of things from companies. JDiction sent me these. Remeltable silicone mold making. Save 10 times silicone, remelt and reuse 35 times. This is, I've been wanting to try this for a while. And we had it in our cart in Amazon when we were ready. We were going to check out with it, but we're not ready to use it yet. And they ended up sending it to me. So this is going to be a video. So we're going to test this out. No mixing, reused, eco-friendly. So this is like a bunch of pieces of silicone in here, and you melt it in the microwave. It says, how long? 1 to 2 minutes at a time. Repeat 3 to 4 times, stirring gently between to avoid creating bubbles. So if you just want to make a mold literally one time and then make another mold, you can melt this down and do it again. So that is on the list to do. I also got the June box, Treasures of the Enchanted Attic from Resin Mold Box. So we need to get that going. I have had this for days, maybe a week, and I have not opened it. This is the Into Resin order. So let's see what I ordered, because most of the time I don't remember. You know what? I'm just going to get this out. You don't need to see me cut this open. All right, the first one is actually not a handmade mold. So they do sell other things than handmade molds. I just love their handmade molds, but this is the first one I got. It's a 4-piece set. It's like a bathroom tray. So you have a little tiny vase, like a little cup here, either to hold things, toothbrushes, whatever, and then you've got a jar, and then you've got the tray that goes with it. Of course, the pictures are always on the screen, so you see what I'm looking at here. Has a little opening there, so I'm not sure, without looking at the picture, why. Oh, that is just open, so this is solid silicone, which means that's not going to be poured. Okay, cool. We'll check that one out. So I ordered another butterfly mold. It looks bigger in the picture, but this is all crystally. Really pretty crystal butterfly. Then we have this one. This is a matte mold. It's a flower. It looked bigger in the picture, but I think it's pretty cool. And then here is the rose part that's gonna go on the lid jar. So that's cool. We're gonna have to do that one. And then here is a beautiful rose jar, another rose jar, all crystally on the bottom, some crystals on the top, and then you've got a matte flower there. So that is going to get done. We're going to do one of these. I have to take it like one project at a time for a couple of weeks, I think, because one, I don't have the space for everything, and I have so much to catch up on eBay. So I think I'm only going to be able to do like one project and extras for a little while. And then the last one that I received is the big one that I ordered, and that is a stacking tray set. So this is the lid, which looks like it's upside down again, but they surprised me on that last one, but it does look to be an upside down lid. And then you have compartments. This one has 2, 4, 6, 8 compartments, and all crystally, and then they stack on top of each other. So this is a 4 compartment with some facets in there. And then this one has paw prints. Isn't that adorbs? So we are going to do all 5 of these this week, and the freebie, the giveaway one at the end of the week, is going to be none other than my favorite mold, is the rose jar that I've been making for a lot of people. So the rose jar here on the screen, not today. I will let you know when the giveaway is. All you're going to have to do is click a link in the description box to enter the giveaway, and you can do that. So I'm excited to get you guys, one of you guys, that one. All right, I'm going to get these off the table. I'm going to come up with a plan somehow, make sure I have everything available at my fingertips, and then I'm going to start mixing some resin. This is the one I chose today. So this is the rose jar with all the facets on the bottom. Now, I just remembered that Into Resin is doing a 250th anniversary for the US and asked us to participate. So I'm going to do that with this one. Red, white, and blue is my theme, and I pulled out the chrome, royal blue, and the red for the flower, even though it's not typical. And I'm going to color. I was going to do clear until I remembered of the anniversary thing. So I'm going to I pulled out enoki for the white, and I'm going to pour this in white, because I was going to do clear, because clear is always beautiful, but we're going to do white. So before I get started, I did pull out this one. I measured this. I'm going to be measuring very closely for the next few weeks, so I don't have a ton of extras, because I'm not accessing them very easily right now. So I did pull out like one cabochon mold and one what do you call it, bookmark mold. I also have the butterfly out if I have extras, but I'm hoping I don't. So this was 10 ounces, this thing. I thought it was going to be around 8. So I'm glad I measured it so I don't have to do it twice. I'm not going to use the pressure pot. I didn't even pull that out yet. So I'm going to debubble everything the best that I can, swirl it around in here the best that I can, and hope we don't get any bubbles. But I am going to pull the pressure pot out. I just literally, since the last clip to this clip, I walked out to the barn 5 times because I forgot something. So I have no idea if I'm really prepared to do this or not. We're gonna find out as soon as I go to reach for something and it's not there, and I'm gonna be like, oh no, I don't know where it is. Like, it took me an hour just to find my heat mat, which I'm not gonna turn it on right away. I am going to let the resin gel up. I have plenty of things to do in the meantime, and then once it's gelled up and it won't create any bubbles or anything, I'm going to turn the heat mat on so I can get this finished cured this evening sometime. So there's a whole lot of little petals in here. I don't know if I'm getting down. I tried to dry it the best that I could because I had to measure it with alcohol. I didn't want to do it with water because I didn't know if I was going to be able to dry it perfectly. You can use water as long as your mold is dry before you start pouring resin in there. But because I literally just opened this, measured it, and I'm pouring it, I typically use alcohol though, because we always spray alcohol into our mold anyway. I just hope if I miss a spot, you're gonna see the white. That's the thing I'm most concerned about, is I don't want white in my flower, although I guess it would be kind of cool, but if it's only one tiny dot, then it's not kind of cool. Like if you leave a bunch open on purpose, that would be different, like the tips of the petals or something, but I'm not trying to do that. I have never sat down to do resin before, which this is a first, and I don't know if I like it. I like to have an overview of everything I'm doing, so I'm not sure how many of you like sit down when you're doing your craft. Like I don't know, I'm not crazy about it, but I could always lift this table up off the ground a little bit on some blocks or something to be a little bit higher, but it's just a little, well, put it this way, if you're using this table and the enclosure is clearly on it, you're going to want to be sitting down, because what was happening is I couldn't see over my project as I was, like when I was doing the Happy Mail, I was standing up and I was having a hard time seeing over here because of the enclosure that's right above it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a chair, I'm gonna sit down and relax and do my project today. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get all these little tiny petals. Now, I could very well get a lot of bubbles because of the amount of powder that I'm putting in here. I hope I don't. I'm going to try to tap it out the best that I could, because you don't want a bunch of loose powder sitting in your mold, because that's just going to create bubbles for you. I think I got all of the red. So a red and a blue rose, that'll be different, huh? It's the perfect color for the USA. That was kind of cool of Into Resin to think of something, or yeah, Into Resin to think of something like that. I don't know if my video is on time. It very clearly could be late, and that's okay. I still wanted to do a project for that. Here, I'm gonna pull that in there. There are some thin spots, but I think I have, yeah, if you look at it from an angle, let me just tap all the extra out, blow it out a little bit. I think it's pretty good. We'll probably end up with some bubbles, but you know what? It's all right. It'll be okay. Can't have everything, can ya? And then, oh, I need to clean those with some Q-tips. I think I'm just gonna clean just the leaf part for now, because I'm gonna end up getting it all over with the green, or the blue, the green. And then I'll clean everything. So just take whatever you want, a cotton swab, paper towel, whatever works for you. Oh shoot, I just went in there and I took red off. See, that happens a lot. There's like a little slice right there to get your project out, and I just went in there with my alcohol and took the powder off. So this is gonna be a fun one. And you can see right through it, so it looks like there's red on there, but there's really not. It's underneath. Interesting. I'll be careful on this one. There we go. Let's get all, I don't know where my switching sponge is, so we're doing a paper towel today. And then once I get the blue on, I'm gonna go ahead and clean all the rest of that off. Let's just use it from the lid and make some blue leaves. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. I like this color. I like any blue, you guys know that. So what better way to do the red, white, and blue theme, right? So I guess it's the red, white, I think it's the red, white, and blue. I have to reread the email. It was very late at night when I read it. I think it's a red, white, and blue theme in one of their molds. So you know what? Since I'm late with the video and I just got their molds and I had my chrome powders out, I'm doing red, white, and blue today. And then I gotta clean all that. First tap it out and then clean it. And it's okay that there's blue on the red because you're not gonna see it. I'm gonna tap it out. Blow that out. And clean, clean, clean. The same way, because you will see that powder if you do not get it off. So I'm going to take some time to do this. You don't have to watch it. That's how I'm doing it. As soon as it's done, I'll get some resin mixed up.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage.
I'm going to go ahead and mix in my white. I'm not using pigment paste because I'm so scared of pigment paste. So I try to take other alternatives unless I absolutely have to use it for a certain color. Because if you don't mix your pigment paste in completely, then it falls. I'm seeing some unmixed resin on my sides, so I want to make sure I get it all in. Got my fan running. It's so quiet. You barely can notice that. Why am I seeing so much unmixed? See that right there? Unmixed pigment, or unmixed resin. So I don't put my color into my resin when I'm mixing it for this reason. Because sometimes I'm not scraping that well and you can see it's not mixed right. Alright, I've got this shaken up pretty good. This is a Petri effect, but it's not going to matter. It's like a sinker white. I just want to get it white so I can get my white without a pigment paste. We'll see if it'll work. Plus I'm going to mix it again really well. Get it in the vacuum chamber. I want it pretty white, so I'm going to need more than that. I could put some Cast and Craft in here. I'm not too scared of that. Let's do another squirt because I don't want to use all my... Not that I can't get more, but I like to conserve on everything. Just in case I need it. I'm just going to mix it really, really good. This takes a little bit more time when you're trying to get white with an alcohol ink. Is that good enough? I mean, it's going to be poured pretty deep, so I'm thinking that may be good. And every time I say it may be good, I do one more squirt, and that's it. I think that's going to be good. Set that aside. Get this mixed up really well. And like I said, I'm going to pour it, let it sit until it gels up, and then I'll turn my heat mat on. I do not want my first project at the farm to be a flop. Put it that way. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it doesn't heat too fast and flash cure, because I put my heat mat on high right away like not too long ago. Alright, let me get the bubbles out and then we'll pour.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky.
I was so excited I forgot to split my resin in half, so it was like gonna take forever, so I went ahead and just split it in half and re-put it in there. Alright, let's do just a little spritz and give it a little pour slowly. do like half and then kind of walk it around all the facets just to coat them. All right, gonna need more. Let's do that again. When I coated it, it just kind of stayed where it was. Didn't have enough to do it. I don't know, we'll see if my patriotic jar looks decent or not in a rose jar. I don't know. Now I'm just gonna fill it. Look at that, half was perfect once I scrape it. I think it was half, I don't know, I didn't really pay attention, but that's pretty good for that one. Let's get, I don't want the scrapings in there if I don't need them. Now this flower is definitely going to need to be going around. There's so many leaves in there. Hopefully we don't get bubbles in them. I hope I got all the powder out. We'll find out, I guess. Let's do that one more time. Let's get all these. This is like a tight knit. I don't know what they use for these little crystals. And then the edges have like, I could see that there's some crystals around that edge as well. Hopefully I measured it perfectly. And I won't need like an ounce or something. Oh my gosh, it's so close. Look at that. The perfect amount. Yay me! Although those of you who like extras may be gypped for a little while. Until I can get, Don's like working on my cabinets right now before he drywalls. So once those cabinets are in and I can get them put together, I will know where a lot of my stuff is. But until then, it's all in the middle of the barn, like on the floor, haphazard. So if you're watching Glitz Acres channel, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Well, that didn't pop those bubbles. This I don't need. And, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna babysit it. I'm gonna let the alcohol dissipate so I can use a flame on it, just like my lighter. Let's see if I'm gonna start a fire in my first one. Nope. Perfect. So that's just powder floating. I'm just gonna grab a little tool. And if you don't want to see it, just try to mix it in or get it out. But when you paint powder on, it happens because it's just going to float to the back. So sometimes I mix it in, sometimes I miss it. But if you can mix it in, it won't be so evident that you missed it. Get that out of there. Just get that piece out there. Alright, I'm just going to leave my fan running so I can keep this out of the main house. Yeah, I'm just going to get these little bits out. It's just floating mica powder, that's all it is. Oh, the bubble wand, should I, yeah, let me find my bubble wand here. It is, I should probably leave that right here on the desk. I have like a lot of room all around the table as well, so you can put tools all around your table, because I did, I just don't show them. I don't like to show the mess on my channel. So you do have plenty of space if you're using a heat mat on a table like this to put like your most used tools around you. I have cups cups all over here. I have my spatulas, my alcohol. I've got all kinds of things around this, and I have a pretty big heat mat, so you have plenty of space. Plus you have the drawer, which I put my napkins in there. There were a couple bubbles that came out. Let's just pop those. And as you sit and more surface, you can, like I said, either mix them in or just pull them out. Or just leave them. It's really not that big of a deal. But if you're selling pieces, then I would say try to do your best to hide them or get rid of them. But if it's just for you, or not that you don't deserve a beautiful piece, because you do clearly, but most people aren't quite as picky as they are if they were selling a piece instead of keeping it. All right, that's it. I'm gonna give this a couple of hours just to sit here. Then I will turn my heat mat on low for probably an hour, and then we will demold. Check out the comment of the day. Okay, let's unmold these. Now I did have enough to pour these two, and that is the blue chrome powder. It's called blue. It looks teal, but it's kind of blue. So I don't know where my bales are. So I'm not going to be finishing these today because it's 11:30 at night, and I'm not going to search the barn for a box of bales. But I will do that tomorrow so I can have them. All right, are we ready to see what my red, white, and blue looks like? Hopefully it came out decent without putting it in the pressure pot. I am going to be grabbing my pressure pot. I just didn't want to do it today. There is the bowl. Oh, it came out stunning. That came out great. I don't see any bubbles. You get them all out with your vacuum chamber and you pour it slow enough, you're going to be pretty good. That looks great. Okay, let's see the top. Some did float to the back when I wasn't looking, but that's okay. Oh, I do have a few bubbles underneath the lip. Nothing horrendous, but there are some. I had a feeling that those would be hard, so this is a good candidate for the pressure pot when I do it again, because up underneath all those little pearls have a lot of bubbles. Thank God it's the bottom, and nobody's really gonna know unless they study it. That came out pretty good. We got a little bit of silicone in there from the first pour. But look at that for the matte mold. Now, I didn't clean it perfectly, unfortunately. I kind of knew that because that tight-knit crystal is really hard to clean. So maybe next time I will do it, I'll paint it afterwards, but there is the red, the white, and the blue. I do have my paint pens, but do I want to do anything is the question. I'm not sure. I got a dull spot right there. Other than that, it looks pretty good. What is that? A piece of silicone? Yep. Sometimes when you pour a new mold, you end up with a few pieces of silicone that come out. I don't know. What do you think? Do I need to do anything? I do need to trim the bottom. I do not have my sander, so I'm going to just use my knife. If I could find one. I'm just going to trim the bottom. I sure am going to miss my sander for the next who knows how long. Maybe it won't be too long. Once he gets my cabinets put in, then I will be a little more organized, but I still can't work in there. I'm just going to trim this up. I do have my resin restore out somewhere. I have to go find it. But I will get that on there. Even though with white, it's very hard to see any trim marks, so it's really not even necessary on white. Just want to get that sharp edge off. There we go. I don't know if I want to do anything. I'm not happy that we can see like bits and pieces of red and blue on there, but there's really no way to disguise that because if I painted it white, it's just not going to match that white. Maybe I'll do some silver edging around that. Let me see if I could find, oh, you know, I don't have those paint pens. I don't know where those are, to be honest with you. Let me see what I do have. I think what I'm going to do is take this silver glitter glue and then go around the edge of the blue just to disguise a little bit of that cleanup that I did not get. And then just let that dry completely. And I think I was going to go around these little pearls around the edge with silver, but because there's bubbles on them and I don't have my metallic, the real metallic, I think I'm going to skip that today and just let it be, especially because of the bubbles more than anything, because I don't want to accentuate the bubbles. I'm just going to go around all these edges just to disguise that little bit of blue. Let's go up a little bit. And then let's take it to some of these petals and see what it looks like. We could always take it off. Ooh, that looks pretty. I think that gives it a nice accent. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of them. I use this one the most, so it's not completely full anymore. Ooh, I like that. Silver with the red, white, and blue goes perfect for Independence Day. You do have to let this stuff dry quite a while. I don't like to ship it out at least 24 hours or give it to anybody just because I want that glue to be dry. Now, if it gets wet after it's dry, it will come off. So this is not permanent. So if you don't like it, well, that's good. But if you do like it, and you don't want it to come off, well, really can't. I don't think there's a way to seal it to make it permanent, but just so you know, this glue is not permanent. That looks really pretty. Just a little something, something to finish it off. So since it's already June, and I have not done the resin mold box yet, I think I'm going to go between these and the resin mold box for the next few days and just go back and forth with them. That way I can get and just in case you want the June box of the resin mold box, I want to make sure you know what's in there. So I'll probably do that unboxing tomorrow and then do, I don't know, it depends what's in there. I don't know what's in there. And see how many projects I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep it simple for a while just because it's there's a lot going on here. Well, I think that's it. What do you think? That looks nice. Just going to let it dry completely and get you guys some pictures. I really want that silver, but I don't have the silver and I don't want to put the glue on because if you're handling it, it's just going to come off. So I think it's best just to leave it white. All right, well, that's it for today, you guys. Thanks for coming in for my first day in this new cubicle. I hope you like it. I really do. I like it. I love the lighting. I like the fact that it takes the fume. It couldn't have come at a more perfect time in my house because now I can keep the fumes out of the house and away from my dogs and my family while I'm working, since I'm like out here in the family room for a while. All right, I'm going to get you guys some pictures. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart.